Hello, this is Dr. Rajesh Yadav, PhD from All India Institute of Medical Science, New Delhi, in specialization in neuroscience from Harvard University through EDX. Today we will discuss the structure of eye retina. So the structure of the retina, we can differentiate it into the three layers. First is a pigmented layer that is present in the upper region in the figure. This one is a pigmented layer. Second layer is a layer of rod and cones, which is shown here. This is rod and this is the cone. Third layer is a bipolar nerve. So this one is a bipolar nerve which synapse with the rod cells and cone cells. So this one is bipolar neuron. And fourth is a ganglionic layer which is shown here in the purple color. This is a ganglionic layer, ganglionic cells, or it form the ganglionic layer. Apart from this layer, the different cells are also present, like between the rod cells and bipolar cells. These are cells called horizontal cells. It is present here, and it forms the outer plexiform layer. In the same way, that is the amacrine layer, which is present in between the bipolar cells, and it forms the inner plexiform layer. So this is the direction of the light. So light is coming from this direction and fall on this direction. So this is the structure of the rod cells. So we can differentiate in the rod cells into the 3 or 4 regions, like upper one is the outer segment and lower is the inner segment. Then it is a nucleus and synaptic body. So outer segment have membrane sleeves, so which is lined by the rhodopsin pigment or color pigment. So rhodopsin, which is responsible for the night vision, it is present in the rod cell and especially in the outer segment of the rod cells. While in the inner segment of the rod cells, large number of mitochondria is present which provide the energy. And this is the nucleus where Golgi body and a plasmic reticulum is present where the protein is synthesized. And this is the synaptic body. Through the synaptic body, rod cells synapse with the bipolar cells. So now coming to the continue of the structure of the retina, outer rod cells contain rhodopsin pigment which is responsible for the night vision. In the same way, the cone lamella contain three types of the pigment. So these pigments are responsible for the day vision. Like first is iodopsin. Iodopsin is responsible for the day vision and especially for the red color vision. Second is a porphyropsin, which is responsible for green color, and third is cyanopsin, which is responsible for blue color. So in this way, these three pigments are present in the cone lamella, which is responsible for the vision in the daytime. Retinol or vitamin A is required for the synthesis of the pigment of the rod and cone cells. So that is why if the deficiency occurs of the retinol, so people is unable to see in the night, and the disease is called night blindness or nyctalopia. So next is the layer of bipolar neurons. Bipolar neurons synapse with the rod and cone cells as we have shown in the figure. So one bipolar neurons form about 100 synapses with the rod and cone cells. And next layer is ganglionic layer. It does not synapse with the bipolar neuron, while fiber arising from this layer pass out of the eye and form optic nerve, which form optic chiasma on the ventral side of the diencephalon. So the decussation or crossing over of the optic nerve fiber take place at optic chiasma, which is responsible for the 3D vision in the human. So the decussation occur in human and carnivorous animal. So in the human and carnivorous animals, the vision is called binocular vision or 3D images formed in the vision. The decussation of optic nerve does not take place at optic chiasma in the rabbit and frog. So such type of vision is called monocular vision or paratonic vision. This vision is also present in the birds like owl. So if you have seen about the owl, when the owl kill their prey, so it rotate their eye, so that is why, because it looks like 2D vision and monocular vision, So in the monocular vision, depth cannot be measured. So by rotating the eye is trying to locate the depth or exact location of the prey. While in the human 3D vision, where the length, breadth and depth we can see. The part of the retina where the image can be formed, that is called area centralis or yellow spot or macular lutea. So only the cone cells are present on the area centralis. And the small region inside the area centralis, which is responsible for sharpest image, is called fovea centralis. The part of the retina where optic nerve pass out of the eyeball is without red cone cells, that is called blind spot. So at the blind spot, there is no image formation occur. The outer layer of the retina have only rod cells, not cone. The distance between the lens and fovea centralis is 21 to 23 mm in adult, while in the infant 17.5 mm. So if we talk about during the daytime, iodopsin is responsible for day vision. But in the daytime, iodopsin break down into photopsin and retinine in dim light, because in the day, in the duration of the day, iodopsin is responsible. But in the daytime, if the dim light is coming, so in the dim light, iodopsin break down into photopsin and retinine, where the photopsin is a protein, opsin protein, and retinine is a pigment. So the breaking of the iodopsin is called phototopic vision. In the same way, rhodopsin is responsible for the night vision, but in the night time, if high intensity light coming, so at that condition, rhodopsin break down into the scotopsin protein and retinine pigment. And rhodopsin is responsible for the night vision, but at high intensity light, it break down into the opsin protein, that is called scotopsin, and pigment is retinine. And retinine is the derivative of vitamin A aldehyde. So the breaking of the rhodopsin is called scotopic vision. So there are some special layers which are present in the choroid layer of the eye, which are responsible for the night vision, or for example, like there is three type of layer, like tapetum fibrosum, which is present in the hoofed animals like cow, buffalo, deer, and tapetum lucidum, which is present in elasmobranchial fishes, and tapetum cellulosum, which is present in the carnivorous mammals. So these layers are responsible for the night vision in the animals. So that is why in the night, if you see the animals, these eyes shining appear. So that means shine or special blinking appears in the eye, that is due to the presence of a special layer present in the choroid layer. So it shines in the dark. Now come to the disease associated with the eye. First is a myopia. Myopia is also called nearsightedness. In the myopia, the eyeball becomes longer than normal and image formed before fovea. So for the treatment of myopia, we have to use the concave lens. Second, hypermetropia. It is also called farsightedness. In the farsightedness, eyeball becomes smaller than normal and image found behind fovea. So for the proper treatment, convex lens is used. Next is astigmatism, in which irregular eye curvature occur. So for the treatment of astigmatism, cylindrical lens is used. Presbyopia. It is also called old eye sightedness. In the presbyopia, loss of lens elasticity occur. So that diseases mostly happen in the old animals. And next is the glaucoma. In the glaucoma, the pressure of the aqueous chamber increase due to the aqueous humor because the blocking of the canal of Slim. As a result, the pressure of aqueous humor increase and cause glaucoma. Thank you.